All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this young Aunt Jefe versus King Pill situation, because I believe that I may have gotten it all wrong in my previous video where I determined that young Aunt Jefe marked out King Pill. And so I'm hoping to install the necessary corrections here so that we can get this thing straightened out, because no one marked out King Pill that day. If anyone got marked out, it was Aunt Jefe that got marked out, not King Pill. What? So this is what I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys new evidence in this investigation. And I want to start with the first clip. This is going to be young Aunt Jefe, and I want to explain what's going on in this clip. So young Aunt Jefe has been taking a lot of backlash lately. And he's been taking this backlash because he refuses to call out the 16 for instigating that confrontation between him and King Pill. And he's just been getting showered with negative comments, calling him a spineless idiot, a not a stand-up guy, a coward, a mark. And it just goes on. And young Aunt Jefe is greatly affected by these negative comments. It's really...
Hey, this boy say a coward, a bark. Yo, talk about shout out point, though.
Taking a toll on him, because he wants to maintain this street gangster persona, but he also doesn't want to stand on business and hold the 16 accountable for his actions. So he has gotten himself into quite a pickle here, and this is what leads us into our first clip of this lesson. This first clip is going to be young Aunt Jefe on the No Jumper Show addressing the backlash and explaining why he is such a coward. Listen to this and pay attention to him. Look at how just unbelievably pathetic he won't even look at the 16. He's basically explaining himself and all of his gang politics to Lush. What? Watch this.
I don't blame nobody, bro. Like, y'all been, like, all my little supporters and fans, they've been hitting me up. They've been on my line. They asking me why I'm not holding Adam 22.
Let's talk about it.
Accountable or whatever. And so, like, my response to that, I already did a video, but I'm going to say this. Like, everybody that watched No Jumper, y'all pretty much know.
So he's nervous as f. He's taking these deep breaths. His heart's pounding. He can't even breathe. He's like...
You can't show your hand with that nigga, bro, because once he know you super grateful, he gonna try to, like, extort that. Like, yeah, you don't want to f his opportunity, so he gonna let me say he got a nice dick, or he gonna let me say, you know, just throw him into little hella mixes or whatever, play with the gang, hella shit, because he want an opportunity. But let's keep it lit.
I mean, he's just scared as fuck, and he won't look at the 16. Let's continue.
Everybody that watched No Jumper, y'all pretty much know the podcast space that Adam 22 in. Y'all pretty much know the questions he asked, and I don't pretty much think he was trying to throw me up under the bus. If anything, it was like King Pill. So I just like... So Adam's a civilian. When you talking to the members and the members get asked these questions, that's who it fall upon, because you as a member, as you saying you are, like, I expect you to know how to answer that question. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, Adam put me on blast like, hey, Aunt Jefe, what's up with that diss track? You took them disses out. I would have known how to answer that to where it just would have shut that completely off to where he wouldn't even have to say it, nothing, just would have respected it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because...
All right, so that pretty much didn't make any sense at all, and he just gives this nonsensical non-answer, really. He doesn't even really, he just kind of dances around it, doesn't he? That's so pathetic. So the correct answer is that he is terrified to push back on the 16 out of fear of...
See it come across like that, Aunt, because, you know, if we was in the hood, right, in a square nerd ass was antagonizing the situation to where it even led to gunfire. His own, bruh, after that. How did shit start, or whatever? Even, bruh, you know how it be. Like, you got to be a certain type of caliber to instigate anything, to even in that fashion, right? Like, ain't gonna do it on purpose, but he might be a jokester or whatever. But it ain't like the who be instigating. You know, that's always been a big thing in the hood. You instigating.
Losing his spot at No Jumper, he absolutely understands that he is 100% expendable. He is replaceable. He can be replaced overnight. No one would even miss him. And he understands this. And that's why he doesn't say anything, because he knows that the 16 would be like, hey, sorry, man, this is a podcast. I got to do what I got to do. You can go. Fuck off. Fuck 8-Tray. Fuck all your homies. Fuck you. And that would pretty much be the end of it at that point. So I just want to show you that now. This next part is going to illustrate this perfectly. The 16 is going to start saying some out-of-pocket shit that he shouldn't really be speaking on from a street perspective, and then young Aunt Jefe, instead of pushing back and shutting it down, he does this tick. Whenever the 16 says anything out of pocket gang-wise, young Aunt Jefe lets out a nervous laugh, and this is his defense mechanism. He's terrified.
I feel like if you're a member and you make music in which you diss other hoods, you can't be wishy-washy when somebody brings it up. You got to say, yeah, that's what I said. Or else, why the fuck are you even saying it?
Adam, would you have...
Why the listen, bro. See, that's the thing, bro. It don't really matter what you feel like. Yeah, your opinion is null and void when it comes to some straight shit. You try to act like you not this street cat when it gets serious, right? Like, oh, like when Gumby was pressing you, oh, dude, I wasn't, oh. But then you try to tell them what they should and shouldn't do in street situations. Bruh.
Ask that.
Am I wrong?
See, that's that bullshit.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, I mean,
that's that bullshit.
It's not a bad
No, I'm just
question.
like, all right, so look, this so let me, all right, so boom.
Wow, so the 16's really letting it be known. He's really telling these LA gang members how they should behave. He's telling these gang members that, hey, if you make a diss song and you're telling someone that you want to kill him in a song, and then you come to No Jumper and you turn that shit down, nah, you got to go, fam. You's a bitch. And that's what he's basically saying, and young Aunt Jefe thinks it's funny. Now for this next clip, I want to go over some untruthfulness that's been going on because they've been trying to rewrite history over there at No Jumper. Young Aunt Jefe and Lush One, the cocaine bot, have been trying to twist around the truth and bend it into something that it's not. And I'm afraid I just can't let that happen, okay? I just got a huge problem with stuff like that. So I want to take you to this next clip. This is going to be very interesting to you guys. This has Lush One in it, and Lush One basically says, hey, fool, like, did you see me do this thing with my eyes when you were talking all that gangster shit, fool? Because I swear to God, my eyes were doing a thing, and they, like, I thought it signaled to you, like, nah, fool, like, wait until you hear this, and then I'm just gonna have to explain it afterward because there's so much going on. Look at this.
That weird shit.
Did I read it wrong, or was it literally like the face that I made in my eyes? Because I didn't say anything at that point, but like when he was like, well, Adam made a comment like, oh, he wasn't dissing that hood, he was just, and then I kind of made a face like,
I wasn't even looking. When Adam was talking, I was looking at Adam. When you start talking, I was looking at you. So
Okay.
I didn't even see the face you made.
Okay.
but I do.
So what Lush is saying is that when the 16 was politicking that night and saying that, oh, he wasn't dissing his, it means something different in his hood. And when the 16 said this, Lush reacted by making a face as if to say, actually, no, that's exactly what the fuck that means, homie, but we ain't gonna speak on it, though, you feel me? That's the...
Hey, it sound like you hired Lush to do his partner video, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Lush, and you really don't know how to, like, just chill, bro. It's like you short circuit and just start saying anything, bro. I don't know what's wrong with you, dog. Like, I notice a lot of times, too, with Lush, when it's a situation they bring up and it's pertaining to somebody who he might supposedly be in a corner, he just don't want to be unbiased, bro. So you might well just be quiet, Lush. Stop dick riding. You have to, bro. I mean, it got you this far, so what do I know?
Homie, you feel me? And he wants to be involved in the conversation, so he's asking Aunt Jefe if, hey, was it the face I made of you that made this whole thing jump off, you feel me? Now I'm watching this and I'm going, wait a second, Lush made a face? And so I very quickly rolled back the tape and re-examined it. And I made the determination that young Aunt Jefe absolutely 100% saw Lush make this face. So Lush actually was part of the reason that young Aunt Jefe felt he needed to address King Pill. If it was just the 16 saying a bunch of nonsense, he wouldn't have said anything. But because Lush is official. Lush is highly respected. The gang members, they politic with him. He's an insider. They welcome him into their hoods. Lush is a big deal in LA. So when he made this face, young Aunt Jefe was like, oh, we ain't going to let that linger, though. And he began to address. So Lush is involved in this provocation, and I'd like to show you the clip right now. Look at this. This is Lush making the face.
I know. And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community, you feel me? But yeah, shit, I took it out to reach a wider audience, you feel me?
So again, Lush is like, I don't know about that one, homie. He for show dissed the set, homie. And young Aunt Jefe's looking right at him, and young Aunt Jefe's going, well, if Lush is gonna speak on it, then we ain't gonna let that go, you feel me? We gonna speak on it. So that's crazy. And he absolutely saw Lush make the face. This face that Lush made was a major reason for young Aunt Jefe to confront King Pill. And it's obvious. I mean, let's look at the tape again. Look at young Aunt Jefe looking at Lush making the face.
And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community, you feel me? But
So not only did young Aunt Jefe see Lush make this face, but he gazed deep into his eyes when he made the face. So why would he lie to us? Why would young Aunt Jefe lie and say, I wasn't really...
Bruh, so this shit fake deep, bruh. Because you already heard how he try to act like he the gang expert. He know what a supposed to do when a do whatever, right, type shit. But then he try to, in the same breath, he try to say, oh, I didn't do that shit on purpose, or like, yeah, I didn't. He basically bring up the diss track in front of Ant. Y'all did that shit on purpose, and then unless you tried to egg that shit on too, okay. I don't know. Well, I you know what's crazy, bro? It makes sense that you doing that because I know how you with it with Adam. You be right up under his little ass and nuts. You know what I'm talking about? It's crazy. So if Adam say right now, whatever Adam say, Lush about to second that shit for sure. It's crazy.
Looking at you, I was looking at Adam when you were speaking. Why would you tell us that lie? I mean, you didn't even need to lie about that. You could have easily said, man, I don't even know. That shit was like a long time ago. You feel me? You could have said something else besides just making up this entire lie about how you don't, you for sure didn't see him. That's so disrespectful for you to lie to us and make us feel so uncomfortable and violated for being lied to by a new host. I'm sorry, but I just had to point that out. So I'd like to go to this next little piece. I had a major problem with this. This is going to be young Aunt Jefe misrepresenting material facts. This is the rewriting of the history that I was talking about. This is going to be young Aunt Jefe telling a completely different story than what actually happened. What young Aunt Jefe is going to say is that he asked King Pill specifically, what we on though? Meaning, what do you want to do about this little kerfuffle? Would you like to squabble? Would you like to back down for me? Which option are you going to go with? And
the crazy part about it is, I took that as a question to the room. Really, like, what we on? Like, niggas really trying to, or to like Adam and Lush, like, what the like, y'all trying to, and to Peel too, like, you know what I mean? But Peel, I seen Peel was already saying what he was on, bro. I changed the lyrics to the song. No disrespect, but you have these two trying to antagonize.
King Pill sort of backed down from him, and I'm not gonna lie, this is what it looked like at first glance. But after further review, I've discovered that young Aunt Jefe, not only did he not mark out King Pill, he actually got marked out. What? And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about in this next clip. Look at this clip. Look at young Aunt Jefe. Look, his eyes are darting away. Every time King Pill looks at him, his eyes dart away. He's scared. He won't look at him in the face. And when he says what we on though, he's looking away from King Pill at the room.
Clarify. What we on though?
Clarify.
As if to say, what's the next topic? What's the next video that we're going to react to? So King Pill's very confused. He's like, wait a second, is he talking to me? Like, what the fuck's going on? And then young Aunt Jefe goes on to the No Jumper show and misrepresents this and says that he basically fully called out King Pill, and King Pill backed down from him and was unwilling to participate in any type of confrontation. I mean, this is a huge lie, right? I mean, what the fuck?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got past that. Look, once I said what we on,
clarify. What we on though?
That was that, and like what we on, I didn't take that out that I was calling him out. What we on, I set that out there to say either we can get to it or we can leave this subject alone.
So he wants to tell the truth, but he can't because he's afraid. But he starts out by saying like he didn't mean it as he was calling anyone out, which is true. But then he follows it up with describing exactly what a call out is by saying, I just wanted to see if you wanted to fight over what we were talking about. What? So he's actually saying, yes, I did challenge him and I did call him out and he did turn me down. So he did get marked. So he's claiming that he marked him out but he's trying to tell it he's trying to finesse it to you because he thinks you're stupid. Now Lush is actually going to try to help young Aunt Jefe lie. And Lush knows for a fact that young Aunt Jefe was looking out into the room when he said what we on, though. He was not looking at King Pill. But he wants to throw Aunt Jefe a life raft. He wants to lie for his friend. So he says, he was looking straight at his face, too, fool. I seen it.
Hey, Lush, you might as well change your name to Glaze One. Yeah, that's your new name. Glaze One, fool. Because and the thing is, I analyzed this shit right from the jump. I know, I'm not like, I said nobody got marked out, right? And the thing is, because it could be interpreted however motherfucker want to look at it or whatever. Certain people I know they gonna see it whatever, but it for the sake of not trying to stir it up though, it's like, bro, that shit was everybody made it out unscathed. Did nobody get touched? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Type shit, but yeah, point on ass, man.
I seen young Aunt Hefe looking straight at King Pill, and he said, "What we on, fool? Like, what are you trying to do, homie? You trying to get down, fool? You trying to squabble on Westlow, so I'll get down, fool." And he's trying to juice up the story in favor of Aunt Hefe. Let's take a look at that.
Either or is fine with me. Either we gonna leave the subject alone or we gonna crash about this.
You were
shit.
looking right at him when you
know
said
what I'm saying?
you said what we
man,
are.
people know who I was talking to. Like it ain't all you was talking to the room. No, I would have been like, what subject or topic we on? I was talking to him when I said what we on.
He said what we on. I said explosive.
Yeah, hitting his booty. Like yeah,
For sure.
Wow. So I've got a problem with pretty much everything that he just said. And you'll see why in a second. I'm going to play you this clip of what actually happened that day. Look at
To
this.
my audience, you
Look,
feel
check
me?
this out, though. We ain't gonna let that linger on. I'm from 83rd Street, bro. Like, and that shit just the set, you feel me? Like, I know where he from on the set, and I don't play into the little fake politics. He ain't dissing A-Trey on the set. Period. I'm not barring no disrespect from no. Ain't never barred no disrespect from no. Period.
Who said
You know what I'm
somebody
saying?
disrespected you?
But still, the topic
said
coming
that?
up.
Yeah, that's what I
topic
tried to-
coming up
I
about
tried-
the
I tried-
word,
I
bro.
tried to read
I'm
in the-
talking to this man, bro.
Oh, I'm
I'm talking to
asking,
him because
though.
the topic lingering, bro.
That I'm disrespecting you?
Bro, you not hear what I'm saying?
Nah,
You said you from a community,
Right.
and you said where it's aimed at,
but it ain't
and,
this show said though.
and that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying though.
Okay,
It
so
ain't
we saying the
this-
same
it ain't
shit.
this
So
your set.
so we saying the same shit.
Okay, for
Oh,
sure, for sure,
We
yeah.
don't gotta talk about it anymore. Yeah. For sure.
So Lush makes this face at young Aunt Hefe like, "Are you going to sit there and take this shit, fool?" And young Aunt Hefe starts to actually, he feels like he has to address it now. So he digs an eye booger out of his eye, wipes it.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They both was sabbing out in there. And like, I ain't finna let it linger at all. Like, somehow, Peel, like, this your set? Like, what you talking about type shit? Like, it did, and like, when he said, I ain't gonna lie, when he said what we on, bro, I'm like, I was like, oh, hopefully Peel don't go take it, because they gonna destroy this shit, bro. This shit was some good content. Whatever, them niggas sitting down. But I understand it, though. Like, it just, I'm like, okay, it could go left, but Peel didn't seem like he was worried about it going left, but he was trying to be respectful type shit. He was standing on what he was standing. And for Ant to ask that, for you to ask what we on, even to pose that question to the room, because Peel could have accepted it like, nigga, fuck you, me, what we on. Then it could have went left, right? So everybody, that's why I say they both was in there on it, but it was unnecessary. Let's keep it lit, bro.
It on his cheek and begins to address the elephant in the room, which is this, this tension. And he doesn't ever direct any of this toward King Pill. He's looking at Lush and talking to Lush the whole time. And King Pill's confused. He's like, wait, are you talking to me? Because you're not looking at me when you're talking to me. And he's like, no, I'm talking to this man. What? And he says he's talking to Lush about all these so he's politicking with Lush. And it's just really weird and confusing at this point. And young Aunt Hefe is going on the No Jumper show acting like everyone, it was obvious who he was talking to. It was obvious what he was addressing.
Yeah, man, people know who I was talking to. Like, it ain't all you was talking to the room. No, I would have been like, what subject or topic we on? I was talking to him when I said, what we on?
It wasn't obvious at all. This was the most skittish, most standoffish, most frightened situation I've ever seen in a while. So that's pretty much what happened. And I would just like to say that when King Pill very confidently turned to young Aunt Hefe and attempted to look him in the eyes and say, are you talking about me right now? And when young Aunt Hefe turned that down and said, no, I'm talking to this man. I'm sorry, but that's actually a mark out. What? That's getting marked out way more so than what we thought King Pill got marked out. King Pill was chilling. Young Aunt Hefe was the one picking his boogers and wiping them on his face, acting all nervous and skittish and weird. King Pill was as cool as a cucumber on a warm summer's eve. Now, this next clip is going to be very strange. You guys are going to think this is very interesting. This is going to be young Aunt Hefe telling a story of what happened after the show ended. This is a very bizarre and, just listen to the story. I'm just going to play the clip. Look at this.
And like,
Them was like teenage years and shit.
when you walked out of the podcast that day, though, there was no real lingering tension. Everything
Hell
was
no, he
chill,
walked,
like-
man, on gangster. He walked right behind me. Look, he was walking behind me. I got up. first. He got up behind me. He said he got to use the bathroom. The whole way, I don't walk fast. He was walking behind me the whole time, walking behind me till we got up here to where the bathroom was at. And he was like, hey, Aunt, you got to use the bathroom? I'm like, nah, I'm out of here. He was like, all right, for sure, bro. I'm about to use the bathroom. And shit, we exited out of here and left.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did you tell us that story? You literally just told us absolutely nothing. So he walked behind you briefly. Wow. Cool story. You know, you don't need to tell a whole story about something like that. And he's doing his fingers, like the play-by-play with his fingers, like the little finger people. He's using his fingers to demonstrate.
Hey, man, shout out Point. You always appreciate it around this, bro. You know that. I'm talking about. See, but the thing is, like, yeah, I my analysis was spot on, though. You know what I'm talking about? It took a little bit for Point to come around. You know what I'm saying? He examined it, did his re-examination, whatever, how he come to his real conclusion. You know what I'm saying? My conclusion, his conclusion. His conclusion, and Jefe got marked out. My conclusion, it got zeroed out. You know what I'm saying? It was equal, tight. It was going, the energy was fluctuating. You know what I'm talking about? On both sides. I think out of respect for the platform, even though the platform is the one that lined this shit up, purposely tried to get a crash out more. They thought they was gonna get 1 million views that day, ain't it? Nah, I ain't quite go like that. But yeah, I think it was it's good too. It didn't go that way. Feel me? It just, from the situation, you can see how the pressure, peer pressure, and in your ear saying this, that, and the third. You gotta be strong minded, bro. Because everybody was saying this, everybody was saying that. But I figured, I'm like, yeah, I got a spot on. I didn't see plenty of mini markouts. You know what I'm talking about? I didn't see plenty of mini or sav outs too. I didn't see it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't see niggas think they marked the nigga out too on the spot. Like, yeah, nigga got that. And then next thing you know, nigga ain't here no more tomorrow, the next day. Type shit, you know what I'm saying? So it just be like, you know, you see all type of shit, but yeah, man.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho.